Shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachach, Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the head apostles, and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, that's out there listening, pushing for this word with truth and sincerity, and your few Akwith as well that's listening with sincerity. Alright, today, just coming back at you guys through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And, hey, we always knew the truth, man. Okay? The truth, it's not new to us. All right? Being in these last days, okay, the Lord sending His Spirit upon His prophets and raising them up, all right, to preach the downfall of this kingdom. All right? This is not new to us, man. Okay? We're the prophets, all right, which we believe we are today. We were always doing this back then, man. Okay, so this truth is not new. All right? That's what the scriptures say, how that we're simply coming back to remembrance of these things, okay, of these different things that's written in the scriptures. So let's get this let's get this in Romans 12, all right, in verse 2, to back up what I'm saying. So this is Romans 12 and verse 2, and it reads, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai." Okay, the point I want to get in this precept is that what I said, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay? We're being renewed. Alright, that's why I stated earlier how that what? This truth is not new. Okay? We're not, as Apostle Paul commanded, he said, don't walk after the fashion of this world, but what? Be renewed by this, by your mind. Meaning what? Coming back to your nationality, and also what? Coming back to the scriptures. Okay? Because the scriptures is for us. Okay? The scriptures is for the nation of Israel. Okay? But I want to get the definition of renewing, all right, in this particular precept. Okay? So this is a renew in the blue letter, all right? And it says a renewal, renovation, complete change for the better. All right, it says a renewal, renovation. Okay, your mind is being renewed, not regenerate, but reconstructed. Okay, because before coming to this truth, right, we were walking in the fashion of the world. Okay, we were walking in the customs of the world, man, following different philosophies, so on and so forth. Okay. But now, as Yahweh has sent His Spirit upon His men, okay, we're walking in the ways of the scriptures now. Okay, we're coming back to remembrance. All right, because we once knew this. Okay, that's why it's so easy for us, all right, to pick up, particular things in the scriptures, man. Right? The first time you heard this, it just clicked. Because what? You knew this already, man. Okay? Matter of fact, I want to get this in Peter's. Because Peter said, in 2 Peter, he said, "Oh, beloved, I write this epistles to you to stir up your mind by the way of remembrance." Because what? Once again, for you to remember something, you had to know it afore. Okay? You can't remember something if you didn't know it. Alright? That's why I stated in the beginning of this lesson, okay? We're not new to this truth, man. Okay, really, it's a coming back to remembrance. Okay, us hearing this truth in these last days, man. Okay, however that you heard it, whether it was on YouTube or you came across a camp, whatever. Okay, it wasn't new. It's not a new thing that you heard. Okay, you knew this before. In your past life, you knew this before, man. Okay, because scriptures say that what? The spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Okay, and the same thing applies for the elect, man. Okay, if you believe in the word back then, best believe as you come back in these last days, you're going to believe, man. Okay? Because Yahweh Shai said what? My sheep hear my voice. Matter of fact, before we get 2 Peter's, let's get my sheep hear my voice, man. Okay? This is John 10 and verse 27. And he reads, My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Okay, the Lord's sheep is going to hear his voice no matter what generation that they're in. Okay? No matter what generation, they're always going to hear the voice of the Lord, man. Okay? Meaning what? They're always going to come back to the truth. Okay? If it was like in a particular point of their life that, you know, they were walking in the custom of the world, right? At a particular point, the Lord's going to call them, and they're going to recognize the Lord's voice and come into the truth, man. No matter what generation. Okay? That's why, once again, this is simply a remembrance. You see? So let's get this in 2 Peter's. Alright? This is 2 Peter's 3 and verse 1. And it reads, This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, and both which I stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance. You see, remembrance. Meaning back. Right? So you being put back to that remembrance, man. Okay? Apostle Peter said, I'm writing this epistle right now to you, so that in the generations to come, whenever you read this letter, all right, you're gonna come back to the remembrance. You're gonna be like, oh shit, yo, shit. You know, the first time you hear this, you're like, this is crazy, bro. It's like I always knew this, man. It just clicks in your mind. You're like, yo, right? It's just like you remembering a childhood memory. You know, you might have a particular friend in your childhood, and then as you grew up, you know, the images of that friend is kind of flimsy in your mind, but, you know, you encounter him again as you grow up. He's like, yo, shit, you know, this is you. Oh, you remember me in the sandbox? We used to play tag. You're like, what? I don't remember you. Right? And then you start analyzing, you start looking like, oh, shit, yo, that's you. Yo, you're Trayvon. Oh, shit, yo. You know? It's the same thing with the scriptures, man. Because what? Once again, we always knew this, man. Right? That's why in Habakkuk, as the Lord commanded Habakkuk to write let's get it. I don't want to butcher the precept. No, it's Habakkuk 2. Let's get this in Habakkuk 2. Okay? This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 2, right? And it reads, matter of fact, let's start at verse 1. It says, Habakkuk 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. And I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Okay, the Lord told Habakkuk to write the vision, whatever vision that the Lord gave him, right, of the destruction, all right, how Esau is going to be judged, so on and so forth. He told him to write it up in the book, all right, and make it plain. Right? It's plain unto who? To us, to the elect. Lord willing will be of that number. Okay? That's why whenever we heard it, it was a quick thing. Okay? It was quick to us. As scriptures say, you know, that, you know, roughly paraphrasing, that the elect can be of quick understanding. I might be butchering it, but, you know, there's a particular precept where it says how that we're going to be of quick understanding. Because what? The speech is plain upon tables, man, to the elect. But for the others, it's a stumbling block. Okay? Really, the scriptures are in code for us, man. All right? Yahweh Shem Yahushai put it in code. Okay? Because this is not meant for the mass of the mass majority of the people. Okay? Not even 2/3 of our people can receive this. Okay? Because it's in code. You know, it's like you have a spy. You send him to spy out a different country, and then for him to report back to the main base. Right, he has to send letters, but he sends the letters in code, right? And then once he sends it, once he sends it to the main base, right? They have to decrypt the message and see, what is he trying to say? You know, it's the same thing that the Lord did with the scriptures, man. Okay, he put it in code for these elect to understand. This is what's happening. All right, I'm gonna come soon. All right, just hold on, keep the faith. All right, just beware of this guy right here, Esau, Edom. Watch out for him. Don't trust him. All right, and just keep the faith, man. This is a code. All right, that's why it's plain unto us, man. Okay, but I want to get this, because also, you know, us coming back to the remembrance really is the Holy Spirit making us remember these things, man. It's this Holy Spirit, okay, making these things click in our mind. All right, which I'm gonna read. This is John 14 and verse 26. It says, "But the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father, which is Yahweh, will send in my name, he shall teach you all things and bring all things to your remembrance whatsoever I have said unto you." Once again, that word remembrance. You see? That word remembrance shows up again because what? It's simply a remembrance. This is not new to us. That's why it's so easy for us to understand the truth, because we knew it back then. Okay? And now they have now Yahweh Shem Yahushai has sent his Holy Spirit, okay, the Ruach HaKodesh, okay, upon his elect. Okay, Lord willing we be of that number, all right, to come back to that remembrance. Okay? We knew this already, man. Like I stated earlier, hey, the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets, man. Okay? What do you think the Lord said to Daniel that he's going to stand in the latter days in his lot? Okay? Let's get that. If Daniel is here today back in his lot, you don't think he's going to remember the different things that the different visions that the Lord gave him? Okay? Of course he's going to remember it, man. The only thing is that what? He's not going to know who he is. Because we know that it tells you that there's no remembrance of former things. Now you can say, oh, but it's not contradictory? You just said, well, you're coming back to remembrance, but you just said, oh, there's no remembrance of former things. No. Okay? When I'm saying no remembrance of former things, meaning what? You don't know who you were back then. Okay? Because once again, reincarnation is in the scriptures. Okay? But that's another topic for after. Okay? But reincarnation is in the scriptures, man. Okay? But the thing with reincarnation, when you come back in the flesh, you don't remember who you were back then. Okay? But that doesn't mean that, hey, you're not going to gain the truth. Okay? If you knew the truth back then, if you come back again, you're going to have the truth, man. As it says that the fear of the Lord was created with the faithful in the womb. You see? So this is Daniel 12. In verse 13 it says, "But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days." What was the lot of Daniel? He was a prophet, man. Okay? And we are in the latter days, in the last days, man. So indeed, Daniel is back here today, and he's in his lot prophesying, teaching about the scriptures, prophesying about the downfall of this kingdom. Okay? So that means what? He knows the truth. Okay? That means he came back to the remembrance of knowing the truth, knowing who he is, who he is. Okay? When I'm saying who he is, referring to him being an Israelite, because we know that we discontinued, all right, from our heritage. But now we're coming back to the knowledge of remembering who we are. Okay? I'm not saying that Daniel knows that he's Daniel. No. Okay? Because once again, there's no remembrance of former things. There's no remembrance of your past life. Okay? But the remembrance that we have is that what? Of the scriptures. Of the truth. That's the remembrance we have in these last days, man. Okay? That's the only thing that we remember. Okay? It's the scriptures, man. The truth. Because once again, it's via the Holy Spirit, all right, that we are remembering these things. Okay? Because the Lord said he's not going to leave us comfortless. You see? But I also want to get this in Revelation, because the Lord said the same thing unto John. I think it's John 10. Okay, yeah, this is John 10. All right. In verse 11. Well, the angel said this unto John, right? This is John 10 and verse 11. It says, "And he said unto me, Thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings." Okay? And how did John prophesy again before many people, nations, and tongues and kings? Because we know that he was sentenced to the island of Patmos, all right? And he died there. Okay? So how could he have prophesied before many people, nations, and tongues? Okay? How? By what? Reincarnation once again. He came back to his lot, all right? Being a prophet, okay? And he prophesied unto many nations and people in tongues, man. Okay? Within prophesying before many people, nations, and tongues. That means that what? He had to came back to the knowledge of the scriptures. Okay? He had to receive the Holy Spirit to be able to prophesy. Okay? Once again, this is not new to us, man. The truth is not new. Okay? Really, it's a renewal. A kainos, you could say. Okay? As we went into the definition of renew, we said akainos in the blue letter. Okay? Hey, so with that, man, I'm going to close it off here. The point was made. By giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachachodash. Hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, until next time, I'm going to say Shalom.